Hello there, everyone, and welcome to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and we've got your weekly reading for July 20th through the 26th of 2026. So this is really the week that everyone's been kind of waiting for as far as July goes, with some of our planetary alignments here, and because it's pretty rare kind of astrology because we've got all these outer planets making aspects, and this is pretty exceptional, I guess, that we've got all these outer planets all in new signs, all kind of at the same time. So this is a little astrological phenomena called Barbeau's basket. Okay, and this basket is now open. So it's a beautiful geometric pattern if you want to just go and look that up. But this is some life-altering, potentially, energy that is coming in this week. And we do have a little bit of a push and pull, which isn't really surprising. So first off, Mercury turns direct on Thursday. Okay, yay. Hopefully it's been a relatively easy Mercury retrograde for you. We still have a little bit of a shadow period after, so but we're almost out of the weeds with that. Okay, we also have the sun entering Leo on Wednesday. So we come out of our shell a little bit because the sun, of course, has been in Cancer, which is very nurturing, and it can be about home and your family, and all these things. But now with the sun entering Leo, it's like bold and beautiful and creative, and it's basically Cancer energy is introvert and Leo is extrovert. Okay, so that's the difference with this energy that we're feeling with the sun in Leo. So that's on Wednesday. On Monday, we've got Jupiter trine Neptune, okay, while at the same time opposing Pluto. So this is very mixed messages early in the week, okay? So you may have some communication issues. You may have difficulty getting your point across. And you just might find that you might say something 1 minute, or someone might say something 1 minute, and the next minute they contradict themselves a little bit. And it's because they've worded things differently that maybe they don't catch it. And it can be quite kind of weird, maybe a little bit unsettling, okay, especially if this is you. So mixed messages there. So on one hand, we've got a very the first part of the aspect is about peace and love and understanding, but on the other hand, it's also about being willing to battle for those ideals that we cherish, right? This is a time to stand up to bullies, okay, while also embracing love, especially around like worthy souls, right? So it's like on one hand we want to battle, but on the other hand it's like I want peace and love and all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of a little bit interesting in that energy. Okay. But as we start to move through the week though, Tuesday might be a little bit more spontaneous, thank you, and might try and push some boundaries or get out of our comfort zone. This was where we kind of again have a little bit of a breakthrough maybe in your week ahead. So this can be kind of fun. Friday, mark Friday on your calendar. It's a really good day for love and romance. Okay, and the weekend we've got a very infrequent powerful sextile between Neptune and Pluto. So we're dissolving any outdated beliefs and ideals and building up a new viewpoint of things, right? So this can be really good for us. So basically, with a lot of this back and forth energy this week, a lot of this push, pull, and drag, embrace love, okay? Embrace fun and joy and courage. Face your fears, all right? And be willing to let things go, right? Because we are shifting some of this energy around. So I have pulled 3 cards for you guys, okay? These represent the anchor card for your reading for the week. So it is a pick a card, okay? And these are 3 different blessings that are coming in. That's how we're going to start your week. We're going to start your week with some blessings, okay? So choose card number 1, and that is the picture on the card. card number 2, and card number 3. So just kind of close your eyes, take a deep breath, see which one you connect with. If you find that you can't make a decision, you might have one message here, you might have 3 messages here, okay? Just go with the flow, choose whatever floats your boat, all right? And I will put the timestamps down below so you can easily navigate through. But if you do enjoy your reading, by the way, please don't forget to hit the like button on this video. It really is important. It just sits there, but it is important because it tells YouTube algorithm, the almighty algorithm, that you enjoyed your reading and that other people will too. So it's like a recommendation system, if you want to think of it that way. But it's free for you, just a flick of your finger on that thumbs up, okay? And if you do enjoy my readings though, please subscribe to my channel, free for you. And but you're just more likely to see my videos come into your feed if you are subscribed. But we're gonna get right into it. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, timestamps below. Have a fabulous week. Let's get right into it. Hello to all of you who chose card number 1. Let's have a look and see what your blessing is for your week ahead. The blessing of a door closing. Okay. One moment, nothing is happening. Then everything seems to happen at once. A door soon closes, but before you know it, another opens. You walk through into a bright new life, one in which you can be who you truly are. Beautiful message, right? So let's get some more cards and see what we've got. Message, please, for blessing number 1. Blessing number 1. And we've got the 4 of Wands. Wonderful. Queen of Wands. And your 10 of Pentacles. That is a whole bunch of blessings for you indeed. The 4 of Wands is about hitting a milestone of some kind, okay? This is a card of celebration. It's a card of fulfillment. It is success. It's abundance, prosperity, but it is also about stability and planting roots. 4 of Wands is known as the halfway to marriage card, so a higher level of commitment of some kind. It can also represent parties and events and celebration, so it's really awesome. But it is also your 1111 card. What are you wishing for? Because, this can be a week where in some weird way, you may have a wish coming true, or maybe you even find that, you are figuring out what you truly want. And when you know what you want and you embrace those things that you want to attract into your life, then a lot more blessings start to head your way. But we also do have the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. So some of you are having success at work, okay? 4 of Wands, maybe you get promoted, right? Or you get a raise, or maybe you even find a better job, right? One door closing, another opens. What does that look like to you, right? Because we're increasing our status in some way here, right? And when we close a door, when we close a chapter or we close a cycle, it doesn't necessarily mean we're leaving something, right? We can just be upgrading something, right? So like the 4 of Wands, maybe you're just dating somebody right now and then they pop the question. 4 of Wands, this is where we have the higher level of commitment. We have closed a chapter, closed a door on how we used to be as, say, a couple, right? Because we go from dating and now it's like, whoa, we're betrothed, And so now a new cycle, a new chapter begins. So, the old ways, we've closed the door and we've opened the door to the new ones. So sometimes, that door closing, door opening thing can get interpreted as I'm actually leaving something behind, right? But it doesn't have to be that you're physically leaving something behind, right? It can just be that things are changing. Things are a little bit different. The old is gone, the new is coming in. And so might have to get used to something new, but it can be very exciting. So it can be a promotion, an upgrade in a relationship. It can be maybe you make improvements in your home, even as well. Bring more stability and security, plant some roots even, right? But whatever it is, you are successful this week. Now, the Ten of Pentacles can represent stability and security specifically around your home, okay? And with the Queen of Wands, maybe the Queen of the Castle. So you might be upgrading your home. If you are selling your house, you just make it a good offer this week. And it can be maybe a little bit more than what you thought was going to be. So you could be, kind of having some extra wealth come in there because you sold some assets, or you could be buying a home and moving into somewhere better than where you were before. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles can also represent an inheritance, and we do have a Queen of Wands, so you could have a very helpful person around you this week as well. And this can be someone who, is maybe they co-sign a loan for you. They might loan you some money, or even with the Ten of Pentacles, gift you some money or gift you something that helps make your life a little bit easier, right? So this can be a very helpful force in your world with the Queen of Wands. But this is an independent energy though. So the Queen of Wands can be a friend, right? Or a family member, or someone who is really on your side. They are like team you for sure. But the Queen of Wands can also be your energy, right? And this is like an independent, confident energy. I can do whatever I set my mind to. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm going to succeed, right? Like, we're not doubting ourselves with this Queen of Wands. Very fiery, very spicy kind of energy. And so maybe this is the energy that you are embracing this week. It's like, I'm not going to let anything stand in my way. And it's a wonderful energy, because when you're embracing that kind of attitude in a positive way, then all these wonderful things start to happen, and you do get success knocking at your door. So whatever your situation is, we've got success, we've got celebrations, we've got abundance, we've got potential inheritance. Something may be passed down to you in some way. Okay, it might be money, it might be advice, it might be, a signature that helps you get to where you want to get to. But whatever it is, it's a blessing. Okay, and of course, we've got positive people in your world this week as well. So let's grab one final card for you guys. And excellent. So we have the cycle card here. Okay, it is actually card number 4, and we've got the card number 4 right here as well. And in this particular deck, when this is in the reverse, okay, it was a cycle of decrease, and now we're turning it around, and it's a cycle of increase. Okay, everything is improving, things are improving, the doors are opening for improvements, and there's a lot more blessings coming in here for you. So maybe you've been feeling like you've been on a down patch in some way. Expect things to turn around for you in some way, right? Whether it's improved connections, whether it's money, whether it's whatever it is that you set your mind to, we're on the up and up here, guys. Okay, gotta love that. I'll leave that there for you guys. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed your reading. And don't forget, if you were torn between the others, you can also have a look at number 2 and number 3. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you later. Hello to those of you who chose blessing number 2. There's your card. And a blessed new beginning. Beautiful. A series of serendipitous events guides you to a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. Release all that no longer serves you. The past is behind you. Bless it and let it go. Your life is an eternal new beginning moving through time. Wonderful. Let's see what more cards have to say for you. And this is a week. Don't worry if you feel things shifting this week. There could be some unpredictable things happening. Maybe they're with other people, and you might just be like a conscious observer. You might find that other people maybe adopt a different attitude, right? And all of a sudden you're like, well, Betty in accounts, she doesn't usually talk to me, and now she's being like super nice. I don't know why, right? And so this could be like some surprising things from other people. It can be portals and doors opening for you. It can be maybe even a wish fulfillment, whatever it happens to be, whether it's you or other people. There's just this new energy there, and transitional energy, right? Transformational energy coming in. I happened to glance at the back of the deck, and we do have the Nine of Cups here for you, okay? So the Nine of Cups is known as a wish fulfillment card, right? But it's also one of where we're feeling good, right? We're feeling quite content. We're feeling happy. And we're kind of embracing all the good things in life. We're enjoying all the good things in life. So this can be where you're focused on your wishes and your goals, and you're feeling really positive that these will come true for you. But considering we've got a blessed new beginning right there, and your Nine of Cups at the back of the deck, just a little bit of mystery, a little bit of magic in the air for you. You might get a surprise this week, or maybe something may present itself to you that is just in alignment with things that feel good in your life, right? So whatever it is, super positive energy. We've also got the Queen of Pentacles. Lovely. The Four of Cups. Okay, keep an open mind here, folks, all right? And we've got the Ace of Swords, big yes card. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles can be an energy where you're nurturing yourself, you're taking care of your home, you're nurturing your goals and your dreams, okay? And you're being very patient with things. It is an energy of abundance and prosperity and success, but in like a very down to earth and a very calm way, okay? So this can be where your patience has paid off, okay? Or whatever it is that you've been working towards, right? This is where things are really coming to fruition for you. The Queen of Pentacles can, of course, be your energy, right? Treating yourself well, taking care of your home, very much a homey kind of energy here. But it's also one of being the farmer of your life, right? So, at some point you've set some intentions for something, you've planted the seed, and the Queen of Pentacles comes along and fertilizes the garden and prunes the weeds and cultivates the crops, right? And getting ready for like a big harvest. But again, this is one of luxury and wealth. See, we've got the peacock in the back there, and this does represent that. We've got some purple representing some royalty, and of course, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So this can really be you embracing this energy, but there could be a person in your life that may have an important message for you, or maybe an important opportunity for you, so make sure you answer the call. And we do have the Four of Cups sitting right in the middle, right? Four of Cups, dude sitting under a tree. He's like, ho hum, whatever. I'm not interested. I'm blah, 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 right? He's like not engaged with life, or he's just kind of lost interest in things around him, or he's just not seeing the possibilities. But there's something coming in from the side. So we need to remember when we get this Four of Cups energy that you might be feeling there's something missing, or maybe you've been waiting for something, but you're not open to possibilities, okay? And we do need to be, because this is something coming out of left field, something coming in from the side, the peripheral vision. And if we've got tunnel vision, we're not going to see, right, the potentials. We're not going to see the big picture. We're not going to see all the possibilities. We're only going to see what's in front of our nose. And he's not that interested anyway. So this can be a reminder to be open and receptive, because there's something going on here and something coming in for you here, or an opportunity that is arising here. This is also just a reminder to engage with your emotions, right, in a positive way, because sometimes we do feel a little bit of apathy. We feel like we're disconnected. Okay, so this is in a time of reconnection. But we do have the Ace of Swords here, and the Ace of Swords is clarity, focus, it's answers, it's communication, it's an epiphany for some of you, but most importantly, it is a big yes card. So the universe is saying yes to you, or someone is bringing you a really positive message or bringing you some information that maybe opens some doors for you. Okay, so get ready to receive that message. But this also shows that whatever you communicate out, the message will be received. Okay, so open up those lines of communication, and you just never know what might happen. Some of you might be meeting a new person, right? That Four of Cups right in the middle. Maybe you're not feeling quite ready, but they're coming in anyway, right? So, it's going to be talking to someone new and establishing some sort of new positive connection for you. Let's get a final message for you. Happy success. So we've got card number 8 there. Happy success, your consciousness, open mind, open receptive energy, but also embracing all of your success. So no matter if your success is big or small, okay, celebrate it. It's all those little things that add up to the big things, right? And we sometimes as humans only look at the big things, okay? And that's, if we ignore the little positive wins in our lives, right, and just wait for the big one, right, Four of Cups, okay, you can be waiting a long time sometimes, right? Remember, all those little things add up to a lot. And so give yourself a pat on the back, celebrate your small wins, and of course, then you'll be more ready for the big one, right? So, but happy success here. So there's some really positive stuff going on. You might get some really good news, or you may discover an opportunity. Remember, we've got a blessed new beginning in some way. This can be just your frame of mind or something else really exciting for you. That's what I have for you guys. If you enjoyed your reading, please do like, share, and subscribe. But I do thank you for watching. If you were waffling between card number 1 and 3, don't be afraid to go and watch those as well. Because if you're torn between them, there's probably something in there for you. It might not be the whole thing, but it might be some small part of the message. But I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you later. Bye. And last but not least, those of you who chose card number 3, there is your card again. And let's see what your blessing is. The blessing of good fortune. Wow, all of these are like really cool this week. Rich and rewarding experiences bring you increased spiritual awareness at this time. Good fortune flows to you as your third eye opens. You are inspired, feeling totally at peace. Life is a beautiful tapestry woven in threads of love. Good fortune comes in all different ways, so open yourself up to receive it. Let's see what other messages come out here for you for your week ahead. Week ahead, please, for card number 3. Woo, thank you. The one flying out of the deck, the Page of Cups. Ooh, lovely. Page of Cups, always quite interesting. Got the High Priestess. You are in for a spiritual awakening. And the Tower. Holy crap. Yes, you are. Look at that. Look at that energy. Okay. The Tower can quite often be, yes, it can be like, things falling apart or, changing in a sudden, unexpected way, all that kind of stuff. But ultimately something comes in through your crown chakra, and it's a significant change, okay, that, leaves you kind of different than how you were previously, okay? The Page of Cups, opening up to spirit, right? Spiritual awakening. It doesn't matter how many years you've embraced, your spiritual growth, but there's a significant shift coming in here for you. And the Page of Cups is delivering you some messages or opening up your heart, okay, or opening up your intuition, right, to receive a message. The pages quite often do deliver things. They're a delivery system quite often, so delivering you news or opportunities, those kind of things. Now, the Page of Cups can also be a surprise, Okay, as can the Tower. Okay, so you could have like quite the surprise coming in this week, and it can be really wonderful and leaves you feeling happy and joyous. The Page of Cups does quite often, we've got he's carrying his cup, and quite often, boop, something pops out of the cup that's really, really fun, or really interesting, or really adorable, or really enlightening, right? So it can be really fun for you there. This can be very creative. It's going to be where you tap into our inner child. You could have the surprise of a new person coming into your life potentially, okay? But you're also really kind of opening yourself up in many levels. Now, the High Priestess, of course, is very much an energy of spiritual connection, okay? We're connected with our higher consciousness. We're connected with our subconscious, right? So on multiple levels, we are connected, not just with ourselves, our higher selves, but also spirit. Our intuition is very much heightened in this energy. And the High Priestess is generally a very calm energy. Very calm, very serene, very quiet quite often, because we need to be a little bit quiet to really hear what our intuition is telling us. But the High Priestess is the keeper of secrets and mysteries, wisdom as well. And so in this, there could be a revelation this week. Okay. And it can just change everything, right? The Tower changes everything. It changes your outlook. It changes your energy. It changes your perspective. It changes how you see the world. And it's quite the shock, right? Because whoa, I didn't see it. That wasn't on my bingo card for 2026. Okay. It can be that kind of energy. And it's important to note when the Tower comes in that yes, it can be quite the awakening of some kind, but it causes all of our old ways to fall away. Right? And again, because we're opening up to new things, new ways of living, new ways of thinking, new ways of connecting, new ways of being, right? Shocks, surprises, sudden unexpected happenings always happen with the Tower. Sometimes it feels like our life is being shaken up and destroyed in some way. We need to destroy some things sometimes to build them back up. But it can, again, also be this spiritual awakening. It's like, boom, something hit my crown chakra, and it's like, whoa. So big shift. And that is very much in alignment with the astrology that we've got going on this week, right? It can be a big shift for a lot of you, right? So it's like some of you might come in very gently, very unobtrusively, very quietly. Others of you, kapow. Okay, so hold on to your hat, all right, when we've got that. But this can also be the realization that something needs to change, right? You could be discovering that with the Page of Cups there, that there's something new in your life that you want, or you want to have a new way of living or a new way of being. Maybe you want a new job that's more fulfilling. Maybe you're looking for a new relationship. New love can walk in sometimes with the Page of Cups. Maybe this is a spiritual connection, right? Fated connection, right? Soulmate kind of thing could potentially be, right? But this can be kind of anything new, and you're here for it. You're wanting it. You're willing it to happen, and you're purposely forging connections, whether it's people or with spirit, right? And boom, all of a sudden this is like, okay, yep, I know that I need to shake things up, or I know what I need to release. I know what I need to let go of, right? And quite often that realization can be quite the enlightened moment. Okay, so, that High Priestess can also be about you making decisions, right? But you're not asking anyone their opinion, right? You're going inward and you're tapping into your inner wisdom to make the right choices for yourself. And this can be a really life changer here. This can be where you really shake things up a little bit. There's no doubt about it, right? The Tower is here to shake something up for you in some way. Okay. Now it may be something internally. It might be something that you realize. You might also be a quiet observer of something going on around you as well with that Tower energy. So it could be someone else going through some rapid changes there, okay? And you might actually be the calming force for them, right? You might be the person that, is that gentle support system, right? For, a person in your life that is going through a calamitous event, right? And, I'm sure they appreciate you for it, right? But you are that kind and gentle soul. And perhaps by watching what a person is going through or what someone else is going through, you recognize blessing of good fortune, how much good fortune you have in your life, right? And so that can quite often be quite the realization for you. And it's like, whoa, I really am blessed, right? And it's a beautiful revelation, right? It's a beautiful realization if that's the case. But like I said, I think expect the unexpected this week. I think some strange things might happen, okay? They might be really wonderful, but they might also be setting you up for freedom, okay? And freedom sometimes comes at a cost. Freedom sometimes is a little bit uncomfortable, right? But it's ultimately propelling us forward in a better trajectory in our future. So it could be some interesting things. Let's get a final message for you guys. And we have status quo cycle. Now, this is a little bit interesting considering we do have the Tower, okay, but then the status quo energy comes in, bringing in some serendipity, okay, and everything is copacetic. Everything is good again, okay? So this can represent the status quo energy where you, this week, you don't need to do anything to force the events, okay? The wheels are already in motion and status quo. It's like, I just need to let things ride. I just need to let things play out the way that they are supposed to play out, right? You don't need to help anything along, okay? But the status quo energy is, like I said, also one where things are good, right? And again, it's kind of like a little bit of a opposite energy there. Nothing needs to happen. Nothing is changing, but then here things are changing. So again, it's just advisable just to let things kind of play out without having to exert too much force. Status quo. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Maybe that's the part of the message there as well. Anyways, I'll leave that there for you guys. I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed your reading, please do like, share, and subscribe. But I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.